Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for May 2020. This is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and yes, my dears, of course, Venus as well. I know a lot of you like to check in with your Venus sign when it comes to love and romance. So this is set with the intention for Venus as well. Happy birthday, my Taurus friends. We're going to see what's happening for you in love with this deck here. And I'm getting the number 10, but I'm not getting the number 10 for you guys around like a person. I'm getting it more around like energy work. I feel like a lot of you Taurus have been doing a lot of energy work, like to heal or to clear someone or something. And I'm getting 10 in that way, like whatever you were meant to clear or make way or fix. I feel like that's happening for you guys in April. We'll see what the cards have to say. So at the foundation here, we have Knight of Coins. So sure enough, my dears, Knight of Coins is a card having to do with commitment. It's having to do with work, you know, one foot in front of the other, really kind of investing your time and energy into something. It could be that you guys are really embracing your earth sign energy. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign or a younger earth sign. Sometimes Knight of Earth can indicate that. But in general, Knight of Earth is going to be, or Knight of Coins, excuse me, is going to be about doing the work, making a decision to do the work. So, there's going to be a lot of intense energy happening with the planets in the month of May. I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not going to be able to break it down as well as an astrologer could. But there's going to be a lot of make it or break it energy for a lot of people. And there may be a lot of breakups that you might see happening around you. But Taurus, this Knight of Coins makes me feel like either in an existing relationship, you guys are deciding to really, like once and for all, really look at the issues and start hammering them out, start smoothing out the wrinkles and making it work. Other ones of you may be accepting an offer in May where you're taking the relationship seriously and this person's taking the relationship seriously, where you guys are working on really establishing something long lasting. It might not be a relationship that's going to start off hot and heavy and go super duper fast, but that's good, you know, because you want something that's going to last. And Knight of Coins is that energy of doing the work so that something is going to be long lasting. It's a very committed energy. Your next card here is Queen of Swords. So if you have air in your chart somewhere, that could be really coming up to the forefront. Some of you may be dealing with an air sign. Air sign would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. However, the energy of Queen of Swords is about boundaries. It's about boundaries, it's about assertiveness, and it's about cutting away or cutting out anything that's not aligned with what you're trying to make happen. It's very powerful energy. And the thing about the Queen of Swords, she's not going to throw a fit. She's not going to get all wound up. She's not going to get into a screaming match. She's just very firm. Like, this is it. This is how it's going to be. Like, you're in or you're out. You're on board or you get out of the way kind of energy. So I feel Taurus, for a lot of you, this means that what is happening, I'm hearing the lines have been drawn. The lines have been drawn. I feel like terms are being set. Very firm terms are being set very clearly. For some of you, it might be the first time you've ever really had the courage or the nerve or the guts to just flat out tell somebody, this is what I want, or these are my deal breakers, or, you know, this is how it has to be. But I feel like something is being put down, like this is it, like this is how it has to be. I also feel with this energy, Taurus, that a lot of you are beginning to see and realize that people in your life are willing to do the work or willing to step up if you communicate with them very clearly what you want or what you're expecting. I feel some of you are fixing or healing a relationship where someone felt ghosted by you. You might feel very surprised to hear that they feel that way or that they think that. But I do feel for some of you Taurus, there could have been someone maybe the timing wasn't right and you had work to do, but we got that 10, like you healed, you got it together, and you cleared out what you needed to clear out, and now maybe you're feeling ready to settle down or to have a serious relationship. And so you might be, reaching out to somebody from the past, and you're looking at it as, hey, you know what, like the timing wasn't right, but now I'm ready. And they're gonna be like, dude, you ghosted me. What in the heck was that all about? And so I do feel that for those of you that you are in this situation, this person's going to let you in. This person's going to give you a chance. But they're really laying down the law. It's like, this is how it's going to be. This is my expectation. So I feel for you guys, Taurus, in your love life in May, a lot of it is going to be about rules. Like each of you are putting down your rules. And defining the rules of a relationship. There's a forgiveness or a reconciliation element, but it's very firm. It's very, very firm. It's very set in the terms of like, this is how it has to be. This is how it has to be, make it or break it. No second chance, no third chance, no fourth chance. Like it's now or never. Like if we don't get it right now, then, we're not going to do this again. So it feels like finalizing something. Your next card here, Taurus, is the Star. So lots of air energy, Star. Lots of air energy here with the Star, Taurus. The Star is going to be like, Aquarius energy. Again, it could be an element of yourself. Or some of you are flat out dealing with an air sign. To have air repeating so much, though, tells us that in May, you're going to have to tap into your logic and your thought process when it comes to love life. There's going to be lots of intense energies, like I said. I'm not an astrologer. I'm not going to attempt to break it down because I'm sure I'm going to say things incorrectly and maybe even confuse people. But from what I've been reading and from what I've seen from other astrologers, there's going to be some heavy emotions or some emotional reactions for some people in the area of their love life, about things that have been bothering them or bugging them. And so you're going to be encouraged, Taurus, to really allow yourself to tap into your thinking process, your thought process, to look at the situation in terms of, okay, how can I fix this? What might be a resolution? Instead of allowing the emotions to take over and cause us to react in some way. However, the fact that the Star card is here tells us a few things. Number one, if you watch my videos, you will have heard me say, when the major arcana cards come up in a love reading, the way that I read, it tells me that you're dealing with a significant soulmate, and that this is a soulmate with whom there's some kind of a contract. You guys have an agreement that you were going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. Now, what that reason is, it's going to be different for different ones of you. But typically with the Star card, this is going to be a card that tells us the worst of it is over and that you can expect for things to get better now. You're coming out of the darkness a shining light. You're rising above it. You're ready to be seen, appreciated, celebrated. You're ready to make long-term plans. These are elements associated with the Star card. The Star card is also very much telling us about beauty, attraction, connection, chemistry, these elements as well. And I feel, Taurus, those of you that you've been single for a long time, because there's just been this element of feeling like, oh man, I have to, settle, or I have to choose between passion and a safe, stable person. And so I'm just going to be single. I feel like somebody might be coming along in May or June, for some of you, June, July, that's surprising you that, hey, you know what? No, I don't have to sacrifice one for the other. I don't have to make that choice. I don't have to choose between, something boring and stable versus something exciting and passionate. I can have a safe, stable, responsible person with whom I also have chemistry and passion and connection. So you're going to see this for some of you, Taurus. This is going to be coming in. And again, the star card indicates long-term plans, planning for the future. It would be someone that you're very excited about, somebody that really inspires you. And I feel, Taurus, a lot of you have been through a lot, and that's been challenging for you in your love life, because maybe the people that have come and gone, like, you know, you might feel like they've had a lot easier life than you, or they don't understand where you're coming from. So with the star card element here, I feel like a lot of you are either your partner's finally getting it and waking up, or you are attracting a partner, those of you who are single, attracting a partner who is like you. Somebody who has also, you know, been through a lot and risen above it, chosen the high road. Like, they didn't let them make them bitter, you know. So somebody that you're able to connect with in this way, and somebody that you're able to align with in this way. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Three of Coins. Okay. This is why I'm kind of giggling or chuckling. Every so often in a reading, Spirit will come in and they'll say the same thing in a different way, because they feel like you didn't get it. You didn't grasp what they were saying, or you didn't understand the importance of it. Now, your first card was Knight of Coins, and I told you guys, I said, okay, so this might not be a super fast moving relationship, but this is like somebody who's thinking about the long term. You're having this again confirmed with the Three of Coins or Three of Pentacles. When the Three of Coins comes up in a love reading, it talks about building, you know, like working together, building a solid foundation. But when it comes up in a love reading, it tells me that you're dealing with someone who's been burned. You're dealing with somebody, sometimes I see it come up where they're like a successful person, or they have a lot to offer. So they've had a lot of situations happen where people have been very fake and pretended to be somebody that they weren't, because they wanted that free ride, they wanted that meal ticket, or they wanted to be with this person because this person has a lot of clout. And so for that reason, they've gotten burned. They've been lied to, they've been tricked, they've been deceived. And I feel like this person, and maybe it's switched, maybe it's you, Taurus, but I feel like this person feels like for a long time they were single, like intentionally single, because they just thought, you know what, people aren't any good. Like, people ain't no good. Like the Nick Cave song, Nick Cave had that song, People Ain't No Good. They just kind of feel like people are liars and they're this and they're that, and they were like a little jaded. So I feel like they've come out of that, they've healed from that, and they're like, no, you know, I just kind of let myself get tricked by the wrong people, and I have to take responsibility for that. So I feel like they're coming out of that, and they're saying, you know, it's my fault for getting tricked. Not all people are rotten, and so now they're open to trust, and they've manifested you, and you've manifested them. But they're just being super cautious. Like, they're being super cautious, Taurus. Like, they are reading in between the lines. They are waiting to see like how you're gonna respond to things. We're talking like this is somebody who's like gonna like for example, a lot of us can't go out to eat right now, right? Like, a lot of us can't go out to eat because of what's going on, and we're in lockdown and stuff. But if you're in one of those places, because there are still places in America and in other countries where people are able like to go out to eat or go to a restaurant. Like, this is somebody that would invite you out just to see how you're going to interact. Like, what are you going to order? Are you going to order the most expensive thing on the menu? Are you going to be really rude to the waiter? Or how are you going to behave? And like they're just studying everything about you. Studying everything about you. It's kind of like that song. Three of Coins makes me think of the Blake Shelton song. There's a song by Blake Shelton, a country song, that says, I want to, I think it's called I Want to Know. But the song says, who are you when I'm not looking? Like, I want to know, who are you when I'm not looking? Like, who are you when nobody's watching? This is someone who's very, very concerned with character. Character, integrity, honesty. So they're going to take their time and they're just going to make sure. And the reason why is because they kind of feel like you might be a little bit too good to be true. It could be mutual, Taurus. You might be feeling this way about this person too. You might be feeling like you've been burned. You might be feeling like you're going to take it really slow. Like, oh, this person's too good to be true. What's the catch? So you might also be in that element. Because when the Three of Coins comes up, you guys have a lot in common. You guys seem to want a lot of the same things. There's a lot to build upon. There's a lot of potential. But again, it's just taking it slow and just making sure that, you know, this is going to be the best thing for both of you. But this is like long term. This feels like long term energy. Your next card here, Taurus, is bump, bump, bump. Not surprising, another air card. You guys have a lot of air. Some of you are dealing with an air sign. You know, maybe some of you have Gemini in your chart that's coming up like full force in the month of May as you're approaching love life and approaching situations. Some of you may be dealing with an air sign, but it just really seems as though Spirit is saying that you're going to be in your head a lot. And maybe this is because in the past, Taurus, you have followed your heart, or you've followed your urges or your desires. You know, maybe some of you did your thinking or your decisions based on what's in your pants. But in May, you're in this element of where you're really using your thinking, your reasoning, your logic, your analyzing, your planning, your thinking. I just feel like it's a very cautious energy. But things look good. It looks good. The one thing you want to keep in mind, though, with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords indicates there could be conflict. There could be drama based like on a power struggle because somebody's coming in like they know what's best. So for some of you, because of the planetary energies, and I know there's a retrograde happening and stuff, there could be potential where there could be an argument or a disagreement where one of you or both of you is like, you know what, never mind, forget it. Where you're like really quick to like shut it out. But anytime a message like this comes up, it's coming up because Spirit is saying this is avoidable. It doesn't have to be this way. You know, this is just like a heads up that the energy might be a little bit sensitive and that you don't have to react to it in that way. I don't typically pull clarifiers in the videos. I'll pull clarifiers in the private readings, but I want to pull clarifiers for you guys. It's your birthday. Why not? Why not give you guys some extra cards? I want to try to get an idea of why you have the Knight of Swords here. In what way may Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus experience Knight of Swords in their love life in May 2020? Clarifier 1, Clarifier 2, and of course Clarifier 3. Alrighty, my darlings. So for Clarifier 1, you have Ace of Swords. This is significant. I'm going to have to break that down for you guys. You have all these swords. This is a new deck, but I've shuffled the crap out of it. I took it out. I moved the cards around. I separated the suits. So it's well shuffled. You guys have a lot of swords coming up, though. Holy moly. Look at this. Holy moly. Holy moly. You have so many swords. So many swords. So the Ace of Swords, I told you, is a good thing because the Ace of Swords lets us know that you're in an energy where you're limiting or you're breaking out of your limited beliefs. You're improving your communication skills. You're finding solutions instead of problems. You're coming at things with a really good approach, right? And you're breaking out of like the limited beliefs, like, oh, you know, people are just gold diggers, or nobody's faithful, or all the good ones are taken, and all of the limited beliefs that people have that block them in love life. You're coming out of them. You're not allowing them to like filter the way you're looking at this relationship. You're coming into your love life with a clean slate in a positive way. But the Five of Swords wants us to know that there is going to be a conflict for you guys in your love life with this person. And it may be more towards the end of May or beginning of June. And Five of Swords says, really examine the situation carefully. Because if you do burn this bridge, if you do say, okay, you know what, that's it, I'm done, you may regret it later. Because this could be something out of like a power struggle, or like the ego. Also, sometimes with Five of Swords, it's like we're holding on to something a little bit too tightly. So for some of you, one of your beliefs is being challenged. You've done a lot of clearing, but you might have an old belief that this relationship is challenging. And is it more important for you to hold on to this belief? Or is it more important for you to kind of compromise and give this relationship a chance and see where it goes? Some of you might accuse this person of not being there for you or not doing enough for you. This could be the belief you're being helped to break out of, because with this Eight of Swords is somebody feeling stuck or somebody feeling trapped. And so you might be wanting this person to step up or help you more. But remember how I said, I feel, Taurus, this person's very cautious. They're concerned or they're worried that people only want them because like they want to be taken care of. So there could be a miscommunication. There could be a miscommunication, an argument, a disagreement, because this person might be worried or afraid that you're trying to take advantage of them, because that's all they know. That's all they've been through. And you might be like, well, hey, if you care about me, you're going to step up and you're going to help me out. And so there could be a disagreement in this way. I feel for some of you, it can actually be around finances or money. So this might not be a good time to, let somebody borrow money or ask to borrow money, or get financial stuff mixed up together. And again, I know a lot of that also is going to be affected by what's happening with the planetary placements. But again, I'm not an astrologer. I'm not going to be able to articulately explain all that or break that down. But I just feel like, Taurus, it's going to be really important that you really, really, really think about what your deal breakers are. Because I feel some of you, if you really, really take this hard stance about like what you're wanting this person to do financially, or how you're wanting them to step up financially, you may regret it later. Or, if they're asking for you something financially and you're feeling a little bit stuck, Spirit is saying you can just say no. You can just be like, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that for you. And then they'll have to step up and they'll just have to learn. They're not going to have it like that. But you don't have to have it turn into a fight or an argument or a disagreement. And you don't have to write the person off entirely. I mean, you can't blame somebody for asking. They're going to try, right? You just say no. And as long as they respect that, then you can continue the relationship. But if you write the person off entirely, you may regret that. So with all of these swords coming up for you, communication and like analyzing is going to be really important for you in your love life in May. You have to think. Think before you speak. Think before you act. And know and understand that whoever it is that you're with they're really analyzing everything you're doing and saying. So think about, you know, how certain things might be coming off. I feel there's potential for a massive misunderstanding, but Spirit's bringing you this information so that that misunderstanding can be avoided, right? It doesn't have to fall into miscommunication and arguing. And so that's why these messages are coming up for you, Taurus. I encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. It might bring a little extra information. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you if you want to click in the Calendly link and schedule a private reading there. If you want more understanding about astrology and the astrological components of what might be going on in your love life, I do have a link in the description for a site that they reached out and they gave me a reading. I was very impressed. They gave me like an astrology reading, a chart analysis. I was very impressed by them. And they've offered to give you guys 30% off as many reports as you want with the Angel 30 code. And then also sponsor the channel. So they're sponsoring the channel. They're giving you guys a discount. I felt like their prices were very reasonable. I like their site. I was impressed with their work. And if they're offering to give you guys unlimited discounts, I'm like, sure, no brainer. I'm happy to recommend them. You know, if you don't want to use that site, you know, I'm not telling you have to, but I will say that they're going to be way better choice for you to go to if you're looking for astrology than to come to me with astrology questions, because I'm not an astrologer. I'm happy to read for you intuitively, you know, and to read cards and to give you a card reading. But I'm not going to be able to like analyze the, you know, your birth chart and your partner's birth chart. I'm not that advanced with astrology. So I just want to be honest about that. If you guys like the cards that I used, I want to say thank you so much. I'm so blown away. I want to say thank you so much for 100,000 YouTube subscribers. I am amazed. So to say thank you, I'm giving away a brand new deck, unopened. This is a limited edition deck, so I'm giving away a brand new deck unopened. The one I'm giving away is wrapped in plastic. It's never been used. And also it comes with altar cloth and a tarot bag. And so I'm going to pick somebody from the comments on my Instagram and Facebook pages during the month of May to win the set, to say thank you for the subscribers. And I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I am wishing you a wonderful, wonderful May. Don't forget to watch your weekly forecasts, guys, because the weekly forecasts, I don't focus on love and romance. I focus on career, finances, family life, spirituality, whatever else comes up, all the other important areas of life. So be sure to check out those as well. And channeled angel messages will be up soon. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. When you subscribe, you'll get a notice when the new videos are posted. Take care.